It began with an unnatural quiet, the kind of silence that feels heavy, pressing in from all sides, as if the very air itself is holding its breath. In a place usually filled with the constant hum of travelers, rolling suitcases, and distant announcements, the sudden stillness was jarring, almost surreal. On a day meant for reunions and last-minute deliveries, Alaska's vital airport fell eerily silent. The usual bustle of families greeting loved ones, cargo handlers rushing to meet deadlines, and pilots preparing for takeoff. All of it vanished in an instant. The airport, a lifeline for remote communities and a hub for the state, was suddenly cut off from the world. The runways went dark, every flight canceled or diverted. The blinking lights that usually guided planes safely home were extinguished, leaving only the cold glow of emergency beacons. For miles, the only movement was the swirling snow, settling quietly over grounded aircraft. The heartbeat of Alaska's aviation suddenly flatlined. Control towers, once alive with chatter and coordination, now stood empty, their windows reflecting only the darkness outside. Radios crackled with static, but no voices answered. Passengers were herded away from windows, confusion turning to fear. Some clutched their tickets, others their children, all searching for answers that no one seemed able, or willing, to give. The sense of unease grew with every passing minute. Staff offered only tight-lipped responses. Security incident, all operations suspended. Their faces betrayed little, but their hurried movements and whispered conversations spoke volumes. The usual calm professionalism was replaced by a tense urgency. Outside, state troopers and federal agents formed a stern perimeter, blue and red lights flashing across the snow. The sight of so many law enforcement vehicles, their engines idling in the cold, sent a chill through everyone watching from inside. Planes sat motionless, powerful machines rendered helpless. Their engines, built to conquer vast distances and harsh weather, were silenced by a threat no amount of engineering could overcome. The airport's vast tarmac became a graveyard of frozen ambition. The silence was more than an absence of noise, it was the sound of a critical system failing. Every echo in the empty concourse was a reminder of how quickly normalcy can vanish, replaced by uncertainty and dread. This wasn't just a weather delay, it was a deliberate, methodical shutdown. Security checkpoints were sealed, entrances locked, and every protocol enacted as if rehearsing for a nightmare scenario. U.S. authorities had made a hard call: paralyze a major artery of transportation. The decision rippled outward, affecting not just Alaska, but the entire network of flights and connections that depend on this remote outpost. The unspoken message was clear: whatever was happening was terrifying enough to bring everything to a halt. Passengers exchanged worried glances, their plans and routines upended by forces beyond their control. The world was about to be reminded how vulnerable our modern lifelines can be. In a single moment, the illusion of constant connectivity shattered, leaving only questions, and a chilling sense of just how quickly everything can change. In Alaska, aviation isn't a luxury, it's survival. Here the sky is not just a backdrop, but a vital highway that connects people, goods, and hope across a landscape that's as beautiful as it is unforgiving. With few roads and vast wilderness, planes are the only link for hundreds of remote communities. For many, the nearest town is hundreds of miles away, separated by mountains, rivers, and endless forests. The airplane is the thread that weaves these isolated places into the fabric of the state. Airports here are lifelines, not just for travel, but for groceries, mail, medicine, and emergency care. Every day, small planes deliver fresh food, critical prescriptions, and even school supplies. Without them, daily life would grind to a halt. When a runway closes, entire towns are cut off. There's no detour, no alternate route, just silence and uncertainty. The closure of a single airstrip can mean days or even weeks without essentials. Imagine needing a medevac, but the airport is suddenly closed with no explanation. In a medical emergency, every minute counts, and the stakes are life and death. The isolation is instant and absolute. There are no highways, no trains, and, often, not even a snowmobile trail to the outside world. The community becomes an island, surrounded by wilderness and uncertainty. Pilots here are experts, flying in conditions that would ground others, navigating blizzards, fog, and treacherous winds. Their skill and courage are legendary, and they're often the only hope for those in need. But even they're powerless against a federal shutdown. No amount of experience or bravery can overcome a locked runway and grounded fleet. The incident that triggered this lockdown had to be extraordinarily serious. Authorities don't take these decisions lightly, knowing the consequences ripple through every home and business. Authorities weren't just delaying flights, they were severing lifelines. The waiting room fills with anxiety, as families wonder when help, supplies, or loved ones will arrive. The consequences are immediate and profound. Shelves empty, mail piles up, and the sense of isolation deepens with every passing hour. The risk of the unknown threat outweighed the chaos of a shutdown. Officials faced an impossible choice: protect the many, or risk everything for the few. The silence on the runway was the sound of a terrifying, calculated choice, a reminder that in Alaska, the sky is everything, and when it goes quiet, the world changes in an instant. As hours passed, fragments of truth emerged. This wasn't a mechanical failure or weather event, it was a direct, credible security threat. A specific flight was targeted, triggering the strictest safety protocols. The plane was isolated, moved to a remote pad, far from the terminal. Emergency teams swarmed, police, fire, bomb squads. Passengers were deplaned and rescreened, luggage inspected by K-9 units. The aircraft became a crime scene, swept for any sign of danger. The airport ground to a halt. Safety demanded it. The safety of the few took precedence over the convenience of the many. An airport shutdown is a complex chain reaction. The moment a threat is identified, emergency plans activate, airspace is cleared, flights are diverted, and the airport becomes a fortress. In Alaska, alternate airports are hundreds of miles away, complicating every decision. A unified command center forms: airport ops, airlines, law enforcement, federal agencies, all working in high-pressure coordination. Their mission: contain the threat, manage stranded passengers, and restore order. Reopening is just as methodical. Runways inspected, flights rescheduled, backlogs untangled. Even a short shutdown can disrupt travel and supply chains for days. The ripple effects are long and costly. Every minute counts, but safety always comes first. When you're stranded, it feels like overkill, but every shutdown is a cold calculation, safety above all. The protocols are written in the lessons of tragedy: no risks, no shortcuts. Authorities follow a strict script, designed to save lives in the worst-case scenario. The alternative, hoping a threat is a hoax, could be catastrophic. Delays and frustration are a small price for certainty. The system is built to be risk-averse, and the Alaska shutdown proved it. It's a message: the system will always choose caution to protect lives. An Alaskan airport shutdown ripples far beyond the terminal. For remote villages, the daily flight is groceries, medicine, and mail. When flights stop, shelves go bare, prescriptions wait, and vital mail sits stranded. The biggest impact is medical. Patients needing urgent care are left waiting. Alaska's economy, from fishing to oil, relies on air freight. A shutdown stalls millions in commerce. Even after reopening, chaos lingers. Medical flights get priority, but delays cascade. Airlines scramble to recover and communities wait in uncertainty. The silent airport means a frozen economy and anxious families. The incident ends, but its effects linger for days. In Alaska, every closed runway is a crisis. With the crisis over, the question remains: could it happen again? Absolutely. The aviation system is efficient, but fragile, vulnerable to error, malice, and nature. In Alaska, these risks are magnified by weather, limited infrastructure, and heavy reliance on air travel. A single threat or careless comment can shut everything down. As climate change brings more severe weather, disruptions will only increase. Lockdowns are a permanent tool. Safety demands it. The focus must be on resilience, smarter protocols, and public awareness. The Alaskan shutdown was about a hard choice: disruption versus disaster. In the face of a relentless winter storm, officials had to weigh the inconvenience of grounding flights against the unimaginable consequences of a tragedy in the sky. The decision to halt operations was not made lightly. It was a calculated move to protect lives, even as it brought the state's air travel to a standstill. Authorities must always choose to protect life, no matter the cost. Every protocol, every inspection, and every delay is a reminder that safety comes first, above all else. The people behind these decisions understand the stakes. They know that every traveler is someone's family, friend, or loved one. That cost is measured in canceled flights, missed reunions, and stranded patients. For many, it meant hours or even days of uncertainty, plans upended, and the emotional toll of waiting for news. The ripple effects stretched far beyond the airport walls, touching communities across Alaska and beyond. It's a heavy price, But the alternative, lives lost, is unthinkable. The sight of grounded planes and silent runways is a stark reminder of what's at stake when nature and necessity collide. Decision-makers act under immense pressure, knowing they'll be judged either way. They must balance public frustration with the responsibility to prevent disaster, making choices that will be scrutinized for years to come. Their actions reflect the professionalism of those who keep us safe. From air traffic controllers to ground crews, every person plays a vital role in ensuring that safety is never compromised, even when it means making unpopular decisions. The silence before the engines returned was the sound of a system working as it should. It was a pause filled with purpose, a collective breath held until it was safe to move again. It was caution, responsibility, and commitment in action. Every checklist, every conversation, and every inspection was a testament to the dedication of those who put safety above all else. Aviation safety demands tough, decisive choices. Even if it means halting the world, if only for a moment, the willingness to stop everything, to endure criticism and inconvenience, is what keeps tragedy at bay. In the end, every landing must be mandatory, even if it means everything else stops. Because in aviation, the true measure of success is not how many flights depart, but how many lives arrive safely at their destination.